Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. Today we got, hold on a minute, we got 5 shocking encounters caught on police body cam. This is from a channel called Unpopular Notes. Give them a subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for this channel. You guys ready? Of course you're ready. Let's go.
So, I don't want to see you. I don't want to ever have him back.
Okay. Sir, please listen to me, sir.
Oh, I'm going to catch you, baby.
Go ahead and turn around for me and place your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for DUI.
Last minute runner. You never really know how things are going to go. People make snap decisions and you never know what's coming next. Of course, this officer had more than enough reason to think he was in the clear.
Hello, young buck. What'd you say, OJ? My shoe. Hey, you see a shoe back there? Where is it? Oh.
He'd walk the wheelchair-bound inmate, but that was all part of the other man's plan. The moment the officer lets his guard down, it's all over.
That man ran for the fucking hills. That man ran for the fucking hills. His life was on the line for that. Holy shit. That man ran. Everything depended on him, at least in his mind.
Oh, I'm gonna catch you, baby. I'm gonna shoot your bitch ass.
There's not much that the cop can do except run after him. The element of surprise worked hard in inmate Joel Delgado's favor, giving him valuable moments to put distance between him and the Little Rock police officer and giving him a run for his money. The cop is clearly frustrated but doesn't give up. He's not going to let him go, obviously.
Hey, can you call the police?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's just this camera, but this is the slowest moving police officer I've ever looked at. This man, I want to see what this looks like from a different shot, because this police looks slow.
For me. Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. Which way it go? Which way it go? Nah, which way it go?
Went straight through the alley and cut that way.
What's your phone? My damn radio came out.
Hold on.
Guy's gone. Guy escaped, bro. Damn. That was well done. That was well done by the criminal there. He escaped perfectly from them. He knew the right time to run, and he ran, and he's gone.
Coming across a stranger, the officer can flag him down. The other man has clearly seen the inmate, but no one can place who he actually is. Flustered, the officer uses the other man's phone to call what sounds like his precinct.
It is signed up. What's the number?
501.
Yeah.
340 750.
750?
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't know the white boy name. And I tried to get him.
Hello? Hey, Hook. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah. I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in the well. I had my camera on though. The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him. Hell. Tim's had pulled off. Yeah. I can't even remember his name. He on the run. All right, which way you go?
Keep straight to the right. In front of that building. Here I go.
It seems like the inmate had everyone fooled as he explains that the wheelchair dude got away and tries to retell the entire saga.
Hey, he took off, man. The wheelchair dude ran. He had a neck brace on and all that shit.
Did he really?
Yeah.
So wait, did they make him, like, was he able to convince the people that he was in a wheelchair? Was he able to convince people, like, he needed a wheelchair, like he couldn't? I'm trying to remember how the ruse started.
Didn't need that wheelchair very much, did he?
Hell no. Hey.
Even when he gets back to his van, the officer is baffled. No one saw this plot twist going.
Oh, what's that, man? Hey. He dropped the rail, kicked his shoe had came off. I been down to get his shoe. He just ran. Took off on you, man. Yeah.
It just shows how quickly things can get away from you, and just how in control of their situations officers need to be.
Yeah, they gonna say that, bro. They gonna say, why y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he had new brakes, he couldn't move his arms. That's why I ain't tough. Yeah, they would get both of us for that, bro. Yeah.
McDonald's collar gone.
I'm gonna say, that was one smart dude. I'm legit serious, that was one smart dude.
Wild. What happens when the crime calls on itself?
Oh my god, I know this story. I know this story. This is the dude who called on McDonald's, called the police on McDonald's, and then when they looked his name up, this guy was wanted for murder.
Could have just been an unhinged McDonald's customer, turned out to be so much more on this August afternoon in Kensaw.
So why'd y'all call? So like, what happened?
Because we ordered the food, he couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be printed in the back. So I said, okay. So we sat down, me and my fiance looking for homes around here.
Gotcha.
So we went back to Progressive Rentals looking at homes.
Uh-huh.
I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold. So when I come up, I say, you know, I try the fries. The fries they're lukewarm, but they're not hot. And at this point, you don't touch them. So, you know, yeah, can I just get it first set?
Okay.
So is he getting the fries? And I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store.
Okay.
This now, sir, I didn't pay. He said, matter of fact, you can leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I do a refund. I say, sir, with Cash App card, this is 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order.
It's a very curmudgeon guy over fries. I don't know what the scenario is. I can actually imagine this scenario. Like, because fucking McDonald's doesn't have the smartest functions when it comes to like, I've had it with my car, it doesn't give you a number. Like, a receipt won't print out of the machine because there's no paper in it. So you have to go to the front thing, but your thing is you have to know what your number is. You always gotta know what your number is. It does pop up on the screen. You gotta know what your number is. If you don't pay attention, that's on you.
The story is simple, despite seeming insane. The man got his food, but there was no receipt. But it was cold when the food was ready. It's not really what the officers expected when they came out to the location. There was an altercation between the manager and the customer where he had ended up being kicked out because he couldn't bring out his receipt. But of course, he hadn't gotten one. However, the thing is, this wasn't the only call they received. As it turns out, the manager had made his call too.
Okay, so break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food is cold.
Okay.
It's burning my hands, so whatever. That's, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Took it to the next one, starts cussing me. You better give me fresh fries, mother. It's like, what? Here's the little old lady, and she just came up to us and said, if you need me to talk to the police, it's like, no, I got this.
A classic fight at McDonald's over fucking coldness. Wasn't there a case, a lawsuit recently over McDonald's and chicken nuggets? Like a y'all know what I mean? I think it's like a parents of a child sue someone because the chicken nuggets were hot or something like that. Something weird like that. I don't remember fully what it was.
He starts losing it, starts shoving his food at me. And I said, sorry. I said, well, tell you what, you can take your business elsewhere. Give me a car, give me a refund. No, you're not going to give me an effing refund. You're going to give me food and my money back. I said, okay, look, sir. Started shoving his food. I took his food. He's got nothing to shove at me because next thing you know, he's throwing his drink at me. So I took his food, took it to Sprite, put it in the trash. Give me your card, I'll give you a refund. Take your business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
Screaming at me. I want him CT'd.
Okay. Did you give him his refund? Like, is that all part?
He refused to.
Okay.
You're not going to give me a refund.
Okay.
Excuse my language.
No, you're fine.
This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
So I don't want him CT'd. I don't want to ever have him back.
Okay.
The story doesn't quite match up between them. He recalls a much less level-headed encounter, with the customer eventually not only shoving his food, but throwing a drink at the manager. That's what escalated things, not just a simple receipt misunderstanding. The officer gets him his refund, but the man is not supposed to return to this location.
As a business owner, he has the right to refuse service to anyone he chooses to refuse service to. Just like if you own a business, you have the same right to do the same thing. So hang out with him. I'm going to get that form. It's a simple form that says, hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's. Now, I'll tell you, if you do come back to this McDonald's when we get caught out here,
no,
you go to jail.
I'm not.
All right?
I'm not. I got it smart.
So, you cool with the refund?
Yeah, so
Okay.
you gotta go in there and tap my car.
Yeah, I will get that in just a second, okay?
Okay.
The whole thing will be kept civil, and the angered customer is mostly appeased once the cop explains his options. This is where it could have ended. Things could have been finished out and no one would have known. However, of course, that's not where this ends. The manager had pointed out the man's ankle bracelet,
I mean, dude's obviously on probation, got an ankle bracelet on.
and it turns out it wasn't just some guy. He was Antoine Sims, a murder suspect. The body cam catches the moment as Antoine gets spooked. He keeps backing up away from the cop who follows him.
Will you come over here, man?
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you
I've
afraid?
been here 3 years, sir. I'm afraid of
All
y'all.
right, I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you
sir.
doing that?
I know how to fill. Am I
All
ready?
right, yeah.
He takes the opening and sprints away from the officer, quick enough to trip up the officer and get away. Sims was allegedly later caught in an apartment complex, but he was exceedingly close to just getting away altogether.
Bro! Well... ain't the smartest people in the land. Ain't the smartest people in the land for these police officers. I will say this, they could not have gone into that phone call, expecting that they would be with a murder suspect. So in defense, they were not prepared for that situation. However, the guy got away because one of the cops tripped and fell on his ass. I mean, I'm just saying. Should have probably thought that a bit through more.
911 call nightmare scenario.
What?
You never know what you'll walk in on a job. In high-risk professions like being a police officer, things can not only go south quickly, but you can walk into something you're not always going to know what's on the other side of the call they got. Before you get into it, you can't really know what you're in for.
Okay, and this is the very last house at the dead end on the right, correct?
They do know that there's clear and present danger, but it's just the two cops coming to handle it. At least at first.
Okay. Sarge, you want to come with me since he's covering?
What's the danger? I'm curious what this call is in general. Like, what's the because clearly, again, you don't know what you're getting into. But what was the call originally? That's what my curiosity was. What was the call originally that that they felt only 2 officers needed to go there?
Police department! Where are you at? What's that?
We got contact with one subject in the house. Talking to him. Alright, wait, okay. Right there.
You down here by
Okay,
yourself?
there's the subject down.
We can't show what happened. It's too graphic for YouTube's policies. The officer makes their way. After a few moments of deliberation, the cops rush in and are greeted nearly immediately by Alex Jackson's family, his father, mother, and sister. Alex had self-inflicted his own wound and was actually the one who called the police in the first place.
I'll get him with an ambulance.
Wait. So they went in to find his mother, father... Hold on. His mother, father...
Jackson's family, his father, mother, and sister.
Mother, father, and sister dead, and him wounded. But the wound he put on himself and made the phone call to try to get the thing off him.
Alex had self-inflicted his own wound and was actually the one who called the police in the first place.
I'll get him with an ambulance.
There's not a third floor. There's nothing more further?
Not that I know of.
This is all clear back here? Yeah.
That's all been cleared?
And the basement's been completely cleared, right? Garage is cleared.
Yeah. Garage, yep. Whatever was broke up in the basement with all that. Mom's laying right in here.
They weren't quick enough to stop the violence, no matter how professionally and quickly they handled the situation when they were there. The officers make their way out, and luckily for the second round of responders, meaning the medical staff, they have an opportunity to prime them for what they're about to walk in on.
Go to the back. They're bringing one subject out the back door who's injured. Okay. One guy. We got one patient. We got one
Digit
injured.
4 and Adam 39.
And that leaves the last part of this story, Alex himself. It's worth noting that while the officers had him out on the stretcher discussing his transport to the hospital, they still managed to keep their cool. Do you think you could stay level-headed, knowing that these officers literally saw that nightmare in that house? It takes nerves of steel to keep it together, I'd imagine.
It is insane nightmare fuel to have to see that, relive that. What makes it even more sane that they couldn't do anything to have stopped it at all.
What hospital are you going to? You prefer? What? I'm taking the Luke's. Luke's? Okay.
Backed into a corner. At some point or another, most people get pulled over. It's not necessarily a fact of life, but it may very well happen to you, no matter how good of a driver you are. You might have made a strange turn, drove too quickly, or even missed a stop sign. What's the number one thing you should not do? Try to outdrive the police.
You didn't just.
I will always find people who do that so stupid. When you try to outrun the police, because then you've lost any chance of them having sympathy for you. Because unless you had a really bad situation happen to you, you had a really good, you just got nothing.
Run for me on Highway 79. Okay.
I don't even know where 70 is. Like I said, I'm over.
I got you, man.
Tony Mitchell, a University of Alabama freshman and football player, was desperate to not get caught. Presumably it was not to lose his place on the U of A football team. Often students play their entire lives just to get to the college level. He was harboring a secret, something he deemed important enough to drive over 140 miles per hour to escape. He was obviously unsuccessful.
Do you have your medical marijuana card? Do you have a medical marijuana card? Because I smell marijuana coming from the vehicle.
He even tried to lie about it. When in doubt, double down, right?
So, do you have marijuana? Because I smell it.
No.
Are you having a hard time understanding what I'm saying? Why does
I didn't know why you was asking me did I have a card.
Yeah, because in Florida they do medical marijuana cards, but in Alabama they don't. It's just something I have to ask. Okay? Because I smell marijuana coming from the vehicle. All right. So here's the deal. As long as you're honest with me, I'm going to work with you. Okay. But if you're going to lie to me, I have the right to do a probable cause search right now.
The thing is, when someone acts a little off, chances are they have something going on.
All right, man. So where's the weed at?
This situation is no exception.
Now's a chance to be honest with me, partner. Okay.
I didn't run from you.
That's a lot of weed. That's a lot of weed. That more weed than you need, bro. Why do you got so much weed?
He's not getting off scot-free as they make it clear he's not being arrested.
Right now, you're not under arrest. You are going to be detained. Put your hands behind your back for me. Back corner.
Good, bro. Come on.
But he would be detained at the very least.
Now, you ain't under arrest. You're just going to be detained because I just chased that car.
However, things quickly take a turn for the worst. In a further search of the car, they uncover not an insignificant amount.
Whew. Oh, he got a gun, he got a bullet, he got money. Oh, he ain't doing it, he's selling it. Oh, he prepared to sell this shit. He drug dealer, no doubt.
Amount of marijuana alongside the amount he offered up willingly. Whether or not it's his marijuana, Mitchell is loaded into the back of the police car.
I'm normally a pretty decent judge of character. This isn't you, right?
It doesn't take long for the men to quickly realize how much trouble they're in. Slowly, the cops finally uncover how much was actually hidden in that car, and the entire vibe of this interaction changes. What was originally a few charges for speeding or reckless driving in possession of marijuana became a lot more quickly. It's all too much for the young football player who realizes that this will not just blow over.
You said your buddy earlier that you couldn't call your daddy. All right, listen, I'm a daddy too. I'm going to tell you, you can call him. He might be mad at you, but you can call him.
Do this, sir. Like, that is fun. I'm an early freshman. I play football at Alabama and like.
Unfortunately, no story is one-sided, and his passenger denies the marijuana or weapon is his, giving the officers the runaround as they attempt to figure out precisely what's happened.
Oh no, who got hit?
Y'all know whose gun that is?
No, sir.
Okay, because he's saying it's not his.
It's not mine.
Okay, he's saying the marijuana's not his either.
So of course the guy... It probably is his, because I believe him more than the football player. Or I don't believe him more than the football player. The football player is genuinely upset by the fact that, like, realization of how much is there. However... This guy's also very, but like, even if it was his, he ain't gonna admit it. He's just gonna do the runaround, because whoever it is goes to jail for a while, right?
Get that line.
No matter how much the man pleads with the officer, his hands are tied. It even seems like the officer wants to help Mitchell but can't.
Sir, please listen to me, sir. Please, dude, I understand. Trust me, I get it. No. This is the last thing I wanted to do, okay?
No, sir, I can't, sir. I can't. I'll promise you this is mine, sir. Like, I can't ruin my career, sir. I promise.
Since this incident, Mitchell was suspended from his university, and no amount of waterworks will fix that. If you've been...
Damn, like, but I was like, let's straight be honest, right? Like that. He's more believable than the passenger. Like the guy, you could tell. I have a feeling he's a guy that just hangs around with drug people, right? But he doesn't actually like sell any of it. I didn't realize he had a passenger with him. But it wouldn't surprise me now to think that he like had some, but he may not know about the rest of it.
Made it this far, consider subscribing to our channel before moving on to today's final clip. We post 2 new videos each week, showcasing real dangers and crime, keeping you informed about what's happening out there. Make sure to enable post notifications to stay updated with our latest releases. If you enjoyed this video, there are plenty more on our channel that you won't want to miss. Woman laughs in the face of her DUI. Some criminals show remorse, and you really feel for them because they've often made mistakes that will change their lives entirely. However, what happens when it's the opposite? When you're faced with someone who clearly feels nothing towards their actions?
I understand.
Oh my god, this is the woman I'm thinking of. Oh, I hate this woman. Oh, this woman I hate so much. This woman I hate with every fiber of my being. This is this is the dumbest human being I've actually ever encountered. Because for her to not process what is actually going on is insane. Like, this is such... This ain't even delusion. This is actual idiot. Like, this is no brain cells. I didn't think this woman had a brain. Like, she is the stupidest human being I have ever seen.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do. If you can maybe help Pyro do CPR on that one right now.
You tell me I'm right here.
Okay, just hang tight right here. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No. No one has. Your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Okay. I'm just going to write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras there. Okay.
There's been a car accident and the officers are handling it just like that. The frazzled woman explains that she was just heading home. The cop gets her information, checks her person, and she admits to having marijuana in her purse, though she says that she hadn't had any.
I'm going to have you sit uncuffed in the back seat of my car. I'm going to get you out. We're going to probably do some field sobriety tests and all that. I got some more questions for you. But right now I'm going to have you sit down just so we're out of the roadway, okay? I'm right over here.
I feel bad for ever dating this woman. I feel bad for her because I cannot... When it comes to... I can't imagine having a conversation with this woman. I can't imagine it. This woman, I will keep repeating, this woman's the stupidest human being I've ever met. You will find out the little regard for human beings and like other people she has, but just like the inability to process the simplest information is insane.
Just scoot that over for me, okay?
You want to do it?
There we go. Are you hurt at all or need medics yourself?
No, sir.
The clear difference between this woman and the men in the last clip is that she doesn't seem phased. Of course, she cooperates as she's patted down, plans on submitting to a field sobriety test, and even sits in the back of the squad car because at this point she's feeling pretty confident. The officers keep saying she isn't under arrest, she's clearly lucid, and everything seems to be going her way.
Do you understand my instructions?
I think so.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
I want to know something, right? Like, has there ever been someone who's like failed so badly, like police can't even keep it together? Like, you know what I mean? Like the type of person like who falls, like can't even do it. But like, it's not even like they might. It's just a straight drunk human being who like couldn't keep the. Because I couldn't do. You would think if you told me to do any of the things that they do at a DUI check thing. I swear to you, they think that I would be sober and I'd end up getting arrested for DUI. get arrested. I can't walk in a straight line like that. I can't do it. I can't do an eye thing. I'd like breathalyzer. I might be able to do 50-50. Like there was a lot. Like I'd probably get arrested.
Edward 833. Your car.
Are you? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. All right. If you're gonna stand right here in front of me for the next.
That wasn't horrible. Seen worse. Seen worse.
Test. Go ahead and face me. Put both your feet together, arms straight down your side. This is called a one-leg stand test, okay? Whichever leg you choose, I'm going to have you lifted approximately 6 inches off the ground with your foot parallel to the ground, holding that position once you count out loud for 30 seconds and 1,000.
I fall on my ass doing this one. This one I'd actually just straight fall. I probably would fall because I'd fall straight on my ass doing this. Even though it wouldn't even be hard, I'm just the guy. I'm the dumbass who'd fall.
Manner 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until you give it 30 seconds or until I tell you to stop, okay? During this test, make sure you watch your raised foot at all times. Keep your arms straight down your side. Count out loud so I can hear you. This is what it's going to look like. Position you're in. When I say go, you're just going to lift your foot up. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and so on. So you get 30 seconds or until I tell you to stop. Do you understand?
Can I like this?
No, ma'am. Just as I demonstrated, okay?
Like just up?
Just as I demonstrated. Did you see my demonstration? Just like this. Your foot parallel to the ground.
Okay, I got it.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
1,000. Is that?
After everything she submits to the
She couldn't do it. That was one of obvious. That was the obvious. I can't do that one.
sobriety test.
This is called a PBT test. You ever blown one of these before? Okay. You know what the legal limit is to drive in Illinois? Okay, 0.08, okay? What I have you do is take a deep breath, a long, hard, steady blow into the straw, just like you're blowing up a balloon. Keep blowing until you hear the machine click, okay? All right?
Blowing up a what?
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath, long, hard, steady blow. A little bit harder for me, a little bit harder. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
What's your BAC?
You're a Bradley student.
I graduate in 4 weeks.
You're a .264, okay?
Jesus Christ! Did she just say you blew a 264? Isn't like the thing like a 0.08? Isn't that legal? Everything else like 2 point. How? What?
All right. Okay, go ahead and turn around for me and place your hands
I'm
behind
gonna
your
say
back.
that's straight. That's like criminal my whole country, man.
You are under arrest for DUI.
But she's over the legal limit in Iowa with a blood alcohol level of 2.8. The gravity
2.8? 2.8? Holy shit!
of this situation hasn't really sunk in, not even by the time they make it to the hospital.
And then I'm gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna take me to Vegas. It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna spend at least $500. And I'm gonna start off with 2 Long Islands and 2
Good. You ever had enough of drinking already?
I want to know what happened the next day. Like when she woke up the next day after she had gone sober. Had it processed yet? Did she understand? Did she give a shit? Because at this point she did it, she couldn't have cared less.
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there?
The officer simply has to sit in the room with her, but she's much less lucid. Whether it's just the alcohol finally catching up to the adrenaline in her system or something else, it's clearly inappropriate to dance around and talk about Snapchat.
Make sure that you don't mention.
Am I a weirdo that doesn't know, like, finds it weird that just police officers are just there with her? This is probably me. This is where I know little about things, because I didn't know a police just stood in the doctor's room with you. I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe this is my stupidity though. It makes the most sense, so I don't know why I'm shocked by it. Just seems I just didn't know that was a thing that happened.
Shut up. You not that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's awful. What's the police officer thinking? What would you be thinking if you were watching this girl? Because this girl is a whole different fucking ball game. Again, I would hate to be the person she's dating. Actually, can you imagine being the person she's dating and you find out, like, say you hadn't talked to her that night. We'll assume we're just gonna say that's the case. Imagine you wake up the next day, try to figure out what's going on, you find out, oh yeah, she's on a jail for, like, crashing into someone. Didn't the people die in this? Am I wrong with this? I think so. No, I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm wrong. I think someone died here in this crash.
Finally, the officer lays it out clearly for her. She seems more worried about her car than the fact that she killed 2 people.
That's what I thought so. See, yeah, she killed 2 people, but her focus is a car. This is why I hate this woman. She has killed 2 people that have died because of her. That crash that she caused. And she is more concerned with the fucking car and if she can go to school the next day. She couldn't care less about the fact that 2 people have died. It doesn't click into her brain. I don't know, she just doesn't care.
With her reckless driving under the influence.
Oh, hey, you know what? It's in my car. I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car for school?
Well, your car is totaled.
What's what?
Actually, she seems more concerned about when she'll be back in school before the cop finally cuts her off and stops the conversation.
Okay, so how do I get it to school?
You don't.
I hate this girl so much. I don't know, like, I have seen more heartless people. Like, I've seen serial killers who have not angered me as much as this girl has. I don't know what it is about this girl, but her non-care towards 2 people dying angers me to such a degree. It's like, I wish I could figure out explain it, but I can't.
I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, man. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail, you don't have a bond, you killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond, you are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that, clearly. I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Can I get a Tuesday for my night?
Did you just hear what I just told you?
I want to admit, this officer had to be so frustrated with this woman. For the non-regard she has. This officer had to be so... I give credit for this officer the patience this woman would piss me off as a police officer.
You said I'm not going tomorrow.
Honestly, it'll probably be a while before she can really let this sink in. Can you imagine the horror she'd feel when she came to?
Would you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yeah, so I'm just wondering when I can...
I want to see a court date, because I guarantee she burst into tears in court.
Okay, we're done.
At least, hopefully she's horrified.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.